Welcome in. It's Detroit, Michigan, the site of a Week 6 matchup. It's Queen City from Buffalo traveling down to the Motor City to take on those Motor City V8s. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. It's Chris Curtis. It's Mike O'Neill hanging out with you, along with Eddie Gage in the stats truck and Cameron Irvine and Ramos Lynn. Can't forget about Ramos. Mike O'Neill, how are you doing, sir? Welcome in. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a really good one. We got a divisional matchup. You know as well as I do, every time we get these divisional matchups, it's a bloodbath out on the field, and it's going to be an aggressive one. These two have historically played each other close. Queen City leads, I believe, or actually Motor City leads with 7 victories out of their 12 matchups. Queen City's got 5. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, should very well be. You know that each team gets up for divisional matchups. Every team, when they play a divisional opponent, it means something a little bit more. Get your carbonated beverages all set in the stands. We are ready to go just about for some football here in the twilight in Michigan. Motor City's going to get this ball first to start things out, which means we're going to get a look at King Jackson to be with his first possession. And Mike O'Neill, some thoughts on Motor City's key to the game.
Yeah, man, they've got to come out and they've got to establish the pass quickly. Right now they're averaging 31 yards on the ground, or 31 run plays on the ground every single game, and it's too predictable. They've got to come out here. They've got to pass to open up the run so that they can get Torneo Rivera involved and really keep drives going. A lot of pressures on King Jackson right now. We've got a really good defensive end in Dieterion Darshington, number 66 on the line. So let's just really pay attention to King Jackson because he's got a lot of pressure tonight.
Johan Sutherland on the return to the 29-yard line. He's one of the wide receivers in this quartet, along with Shane Kaufman, Guy Clausen, and Harana Queen Jackson. That is the quartet there. And the tight ends, they've got 3 of them on this roster. Phil Koss, Azami Mahata, Julian Gusters, and then obviously King Jackson under center with Torneo Rivera and Christopher Dean, the halfback-fullback combo. First down and 10. Toss play right side, and that is a good start on the ground for the V8s. Second and inches, 10 yards gained on the first carry.
Yeah, really good run play on the outside. Just a toss play. Nothing special, but it is really taking advantage of, moving the yards downfield and just trying to move the chain. Second and inch is a lot better position to be in.
Yeah, good start for them, and they'll go heavy on for second down. And you mentioned 31 carries per game is their average. They've already got 2 on 2 carries right now. That one is a play to the left for a first down and 10. Motor City 2 plays, and they're already past the 40.
Yeah, and 2 plays, 2 different backs. Torneo Rivera with the first carry, BB Blitz with the second one. Now we get a little bit of a different look here.
They've got some wideout options. Another toss play to the right, and a attempted hurdle of the man down. But it is going to be a tackle on the line of scrimmage. GB Wallace comes up to make the hit.
Yeah, GB Wallace is one we talked about a lot in that strong safety position last time we called a Queen City game together. It's going to be interesting. Second and long situation. Do they go pass here, Curtis?
They do. They put it out to the left into the flat. There's a fumble, and immediately Queen City turns the ball over. They've got it, and look who it is. Anthony Wyo comes up with the strip, and Queen City is going to have it in Motor City territory.
Yeah, Curtis, I was talking to Tom Welsh pre-game, and we were talking about the importance of a player like Anthony Weil, what he does to the locker room. You see him right there, heads up football, just a really good job to dive on that fumble. Now he's given Eric Price and this really pretty good Queen City offense the ball back in good territory.
Yeah, Queen City's been finding their way, no doubt about that. First and 10, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. It is Eric Price under center. He's got Jet Zero behind him. Price looks to throw it deep over the middle. That one is incomplete. That may have been tipped on the way by, but Adrian Ellis can't bring it down. Second and 10.
Yeah, and this is a big key tonight. They're trying to get it to Adrian Ellis. You want to talk about the deep threat. You want to talk about the really good player on the field is James Matthew Jr. He's been elite this season. You and I called him last time, and he's got to be your number 1 threat if you're Motor City's defense. They've got to clog up these passing lanes, and they've really, exactly what they did right there, outside linebacker getting a hand up.
And especially on the money side of the field, Matthew Jr. should be a big target for this Queen City offense. Offset single back. They're going to move. That is Ellis into motion.
bottom of the field or bottom of the line right here, Curtis, 49.
That is where Matthew Jr. is positioned. And they'll run a toss to the right. That's a first down and more, and it's a good one for Jets 0. His first carry of the game gets them a first down, and they're in field goal range.
Curtis, how about the blocking on this? I mean, watch the toss out there and look at the blocking. Look at 19 come back around to get the block. I mean, just excellent play call there. Everybody's looking at 49, and what do? You toss it the other direction.
That's Bob Wood who came up with the block on the edge to seal that edge to free up Jet 0. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, nickel look on defense, 1st and 10 from the 29 in Motor City territory. They'll blitz 1, doesn't matter, through the middle, and that is going to be an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's another good run, this one for the other halfback, William McDowell.
Yeah, and like I said, I got to say, for both teams so far, I love the diversity and using backs and keeping fresh legs in the game. It's a really good thing.
And good so far. 7:50 left in this first quarter. Moving fairly quickly. That's going to be through the middle again for Jet 0, and he's got another first down. And a real nice piece of work off of the turnover. Queen City is really moving the ball well.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They went deep shot first to try and get to Adrian Ellis, right? And that kind of just left Motor City guessing a little bit. Now you can see their corners playing off a little bit.
We're going to throw it. Price. Oh, over the middle, and that is tipped just in front of the first down marker. That was a crazy good jump. Nicholas Warner gets up to take that one down.
Yeah, Nicholas Warner, the strong safety, really, he's playing in the box there, and you see he does a really good job. This is exactly what I'm talking about, Curtis. They've got to keep their hands up and block those passing lanes so that Queen City can't get that chunk yardage, those explosive plays.
3 to the right. Wonder if they'll move one across the formation. They will.
They always do. Eric Price is the best in the business at discovering pre-snap reads.
Love this. This is going to be 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Multiple options. One over the middle. They run a mesh route with him. They go over the right side anyway in a one-handed grab. What a grab that was. And it sets them up 1st and goal. Joseph Baudet, the wide receiver.
Curtis, they move a receiver from right to left. They run James Matthew Jr. on a drag across, and then they get one-on-one coverage on the outside for Joseph Baudet, and just one-on-one coverage with a strong safety, and that is a great matchup, great play call. Queen City, they've been doing this all season long, and it's fun to watch.
It looked like a quick corner post route, if I'm right, by Baudet, and it set them up really well. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Split backs look. Handoff through the middle, and he's in. That's a touchdown. Queen City strikes first off the turnover. It is going to be the fullback, Tony Zoma.
Yeah, Tony Zoma there getting paid back for some of the blocking he was doing, some of the heavy lifting he was doing earlier on in this drive. You see him right there, go through the middle, dive over into the end zone, and that is the play that you expect out of a veteran player like Tony Zoma. That is an excellent drive by Queen City.
What a start for Queen City. Defensively, Anthony Weil makes the play, able to recover the fumble, and then it is Tony Zoma finishing off a real nice drive for the Corsairs, as that one is up and good from Ian Deegan, the place kicker. 7 plays, 43 yards.
And you want to talk about, Curtis, you want to talk about a big contract for Anthony Weil. That's why you pay him that money. That's what he created.
Absolute game breaker he can be in good situations like that. 7-0, 6:50 to go. First quarter of play. Queen City coming in 2-2 off a loss to Atlanta. And Motor City 1-3 coming off a win, their first one of the season against Charleston. And that is going to be a return back the other way to the 20, left at the 20 to the 25, and stopped at the 26-yard line. And that is where Motor City will start their second possession as Sutherland hits the deck.
Again, I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to sound like a broken record this game, Curtis, but I really do believe that the best bet for Motor City is they need to come out in some of these run looks, some of these run-heavy formations, and they need to get the ball moving through the air first to open up the run. I know everybody in the field, or everybody on the field knows that you want to run the ball, but you've got to open up some of those running lanes.
See what they can do. 1st and 10 from the 26. 4 on the line. Looks like man across. the formation. Jackson throws right side, and that is going to be tipped and incomplete. They do come out and throw on first down, looking for Sutherland. Gets a hand on it, can't bring it in.
Yeah, I like the play call. You know, you get quads and you just put your slot receiver on the right side just on a quick corner route, and you try and get it to it. But honestly, you got to be able to capitalize on that. That should have been a catch, Curtis.
See if Queen City sticks with the man look. It looks like they're going to go zone here. They do switch it up. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Tight end to the left for Jackson.
Got one safety up top right now, Curtis.
One-on-one, bottom of your screen as well.
Yeah.
Looking to throw it. Jackson throws deep over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Ended up being into double coverage. Safety went down to try to get with Gusters to help out in the one-on-one. It's third down.
See, and this is where I'm going to have to get a little critical, because when you've got 3 tight ends that are great pass catchers here, you've got to use them in simpler routes. Don't throw them on seams downfield. You know, use them in drags, use them in slants.
3rd and 10. This will be a play action. Roll to the left. Jackson, plenty of time. Deep left side. That one's picked off. Back the other way. It's a nice return and getting knocked out of bounds at the Motor City 28-yard line. Queen City, 2 defensive drives, 2 turnovers, and it is Alex Marshall, the free safety.
Yeah, that's a late thrown ball. You see there on the corner route, Alex Marshall's the free safety, kind of just clouding over top of the receiver. And you see it's a late thrown ball because the receiver has to turn back and extend the route there. It gives Alex Marshall all the time in the world to jump in front of the pass and take it the other way. Queen City, 2 crucial turnovers, and again, with great field position here, Curtis.
Yeah, this is better field position than they had on the first one. 5 wide. Price going for the kill, it looks like early. Dime look out of the Motor City defense, and it sets up plenty of room up top. Looking to throw. Price has time, throws left side. That's Ellis. He's going to have to turn and go back the other way as the route he had to come back for. 5-yard gain is what it all ends up being, but it's a positive play for Queen City.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Ellis was working on strong safety Kane Vasquez there, ran an out route, and I'm pretty sure broke Kane Vasquez's legs because he just could not keep with him. Ellis was wide open on that out.
This looks like they might go to the ground here. Plenty of look on the offensive line. They will try a toss. Right side, got to break that tackle, can't do it. That'll make it a 3rd and 5, key 3rd down here for Motor City, as Queen City attempts only their 13th 3rd down this season.
Yeah, this is going to be crucial. 3rd and 5 here. They're coming out in I formation. I mean, I would look somewhere. You've got 3 receivers on the field. I would look towards 49 to try and get him his first catch here on a crucial 3rd down.
Get him going. I formation is what they go with. Price backs it up. 5-step drop. He's going to take off and run.
Good
Got
job.
the first down and then slide. He slides a little to the left, slides a little to the right, and slides into first down territory. It's in the red zone.
You want to talk about what makes great quarterbacks, Curtis? It's about knowing when to throw the ball and when not to. Knowing when to just run for 5 yards and slide and get a first down and extend the chains.
Beautiful play as Price does the job there at the 20-yard line. No, 15-yard line, sorry. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs. Bunch right formation, 2 to the left. And a nickel look on defense. Price backs it up, throws, end zone, tipped and incomplete. Real good timing on the hit by the safety to take it out of the hands of Bodette. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I like what they were trying to do. They were running a bunch route where the outside of the bunch runs essentially a slant, and the inside runs like a little skinny wheel downfield. And I like the call there, but Motor City was prepared for it, and good job defensively by Motor City.
I'll run a quads look on 2nd and 10, trying to expose the secondary of Motor City if they can, but they've responded. This will be a handoff instead. That is Jet Zero, who has himself a carry and gets himself 4 yards. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL's football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. 3rd down. Price. Time. End zone, intercepted. He's going to down it in the end zone as well, and that will take the ball back to the 20, 4 drives, 3 turnovers, 1 by Queen City.
Sammy Seatbelt the third in coverage with a much bigger James Matthew Jr. And you see there the tip to himself. I mean, that is exactly what Motor City needs. We talked about it coming into this game. That was their biggest threat, is number 49 on the offense. That's exactly what they did. They hawked him. They knew the ball was going there. That's what they like to do, and makes a crucial turnover for his team. Great job, Sammy Seatbelt.
And more importantly, keeps it to a 1-possession game. Now
Huge.
the V8s may be able to work with 5 wide. Jackson, left side, that is incomplete. There was a hand on that, and it was just straight dropped. Couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, and again, Curtis, this up, I mean, I want you to pay attention. Number 66 on the bottom of the line, because Darshington had pressure on that time. Darshington is beating this tackle on the bottom side of your line. If you watch at the bottom of your screen, it's something to watch. It's definitely going to be something to look for.
And we've seen consistently from Queen City, when they do well is when they get pressure to the quarterback. This is going to be a run on a toss play, and it'll end up being 3 yards, no further than that. So here comes a key 3rd and 7 as Christopher Dean gets himself a carry.
I like what they're trying to do here. I like that they're mixing it up here. They're giving it to different backs and really trying. But 3rd down, you got to make something happen here out of this bunch set. It looks like press coverage at the bottom.
It looks like a bunch up top, and the press coverage doesn't work. He's into the deep. That's going to be left side, though, wide open, and it is caught. 1st down and more to midfield. That is perfectly placed from King Jackson, and he finds his guy Clausen.
Curtis, the irony in this is that is the same exact play they threw the interception on, but this is what happens whenever that throw is timed right versus not being thrown on time.
Yeah, Clausen had to go back for it last time. Like you said, had to extend the route. This one was right on the money, timing much better from King Jackson. 1st and 10. Motor City starting to move the ball. Bunch right this time, 1-on-1 up top. Jackson to throw it. Time on the line. Throws over the middle, and that is incomplete. Knocked out of the hands. Another great play by Alex Marshall to time the hit.
He's been all over the field so far, Curtis. He really has been doing a great job at that free safety position, just hawking. I mean, he's one of the best in the business right now to do it.
Over the Queen City defense here in a second once we have a moment. Bunch right, looks like same look, but it looks like man-to-man from Queen City. Chance for Jackson, backs it up, 7-step drop, throws over the middle. That one's caught. Plenty of room, 20, 15, 10, down the sideline and taken down at the 5. 1st and goal for Motor City as they have it to Jackson, the wide receiver.
Wow, Curtis, I don't even know what to say here. It looked like he was working on GB Wallace, and then a natural pick happens, and oh my gosh. That is just unbelievable job by Motor City. Way to deliver a great football if you're King Jackson. I mean, I'm speechless. I was not expecting a huge play like that. That was what you call an explosive play, Curtis.
That's now is the time to take advantage of the momentum. I formation, they're going to go heavy set. This looks like a run. It smells like a run, possibly to Rivera.
Yeah, it's
move a man out wide. I think just for posterity's sake, I think the whole stadium knows they're running this. Oh, they're going to pass it.
No, up top. Oh, no,
throws over the middle instead, and it's incomplete. The mesh route was decent to Dean. Had a shot at it, but yeah, top of the screen was wide open.
Top of the screen was wide open. They motioned, it looked like 86 out. Guy Clausen. Yeah, they motioned him out, and he had one-on-one with Wyo, and he beat Wyo off the line. It just missed opportunity there. Let's see if they go back to it.
Or will this be the one they run? 2:43 left in this first quarter. Move the tight end from left to right. See if they run a misdirection or if they run that way. They will run the misdirection through the middle, trying to push his way forward, and not going to be able to get there is the running back, and that is 3rd and goal. That was blitz.
Yeah, BB Blitz trying to go up the middle. Alex Marshall, guess who, right?
Yeah,
all over the field so far. This is exactly how we saw GB Wallace in the last game we called in that game. But this is a crucial 3rd down for Motor City here.
Toss play, right side, has
call.
room. It's a touchdown. V8s get in the end zone. That is exactly what's needed for Rivera and company. They're 1 point away from tying it up.
And here's something that people don't look at, Curtis. You talk about the diversity in play call. The first play, they go pass, right, across the middle. Second, they go run up the middle. Third time they don't call the same thing. They run to the bottom of the screen, right? Whenever the entire defense is stacking the box, what do? They run a toss play, and they trust their back to get to the outside quicker than those defenders, and that's what he did. That's a great play call by Motor City.
Great work. Caleb Richards going to try to make this extra point count and tie this one up. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through, and Motor City drives down the field 80 yards after the interception. Both teams have scored after turnovers. And that is a 7-7 ball game as we get to the last moments of this first quarter.
Man, I got to say that is exactly what Motor City needed. That is exactly what Motor City needed. They needed a turnover, right? They needed to be able to come out and establish the pass. So now that this Queen City, this ball-hawking Queen City defense, kind of steps back a little bit and gives a little bit more room for the run.
Bob Wood on the return. And now it's going to be Queen City's turn to try to respond and maybe reverse the tide of this momentum. Queen City went down and scored off their turnover, but Motor City has done a real nice job of reversing that momentum spell and see if Queen City can do the same. Tight end off to the right on first down, 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. This will be a handoff through the middle and no gain on it for Jets 0. Nicholas Warner comes up and lays the wood.
Yeah, Nicholas Warner, just a really good run-stopping safety, coming down, playing in the box, and making a good tackle.
This will be priced again on second down. Less than 2 minutes left in this first. Nickel look on defense. Plenty of room at the bottom of your screen. And then it's going to be a run again. This one for 5. Make it a more manageable third down. Jets 0, second carry in a row.
Yeah, and they love this doubles right look that they just ran. And what's interesting is on tape, if you're watching Queen City, every time they come out in doubles right, they're throwing it to James Matthews Jr. But this week, they're running it out of it. So it's a little bit of trickery from Queen City's coaching.
Offset single back in the quad. Dime look 3rd and 5. They will throw. Time for Price. Moves out of the pocket, throws on the run, and it's caught. What a grab. That was in a quartet of V8 engines right to Adrian Ellis on the midfield logo.
Yeah, Adrian Ellis just running a post route to the middle of the field, and wow, I mean, literally, like you said, directly in between 3 different defenders, and I don't know if you could have placed that ball any better, especially being on the run. What does that say about Eric Price's arm?
That's a pinpoint accuracy, and especially off his back foot. That is pristine from him. You can't really rely on him to do that too often, but when he needs to, man. Nickel look on defense. Toss play left side, and that is 0 again, who's going to get himself 5 more yards. He's been pretty decent on the first and second downs. He's making it a little bit easier on Price.
Yeah, and I like how they're using him. They're using him sparingly and really just trying to. You're using a lot of different players right now, Curtis.
Yeah, there's a lot of hands in the pot to try to make this Queen City offense work right now. 7 all, another handoff. This one through the middle, and that is a good-looking run, but a flag, and this one may be coming back.
Yep, yeah, it's coming back, blocking the back here. And you hate to see that. That's on Tony Zoma.
Yep.
You can see him right there. Yeah, defender turns. You got to let him go at that point. He's going the opposite way of the run. I mean, don't even try at that point. You know what I mean? You just cost your team, unfortunately, a big run, set up a 2nd and long.
That sets up Price in a long-range scenario. He's been able to hit one on this drive already, but it's immediate dime look out of the defense. Toss play to try to make it a little bit easier. This is going to be plenty of room for Jets 0. He's going to find himself towards a 9-yard gain, and it's 3rd and 11. That's a lot easier than a 2nd and 20, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. It's a good one so far. Motor City and Queen City tied up in Detroit, 7-7. It's the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Chris Curtis, Mike O'Neill in the broadcast booth. It's Ramos Lynn, Eddie Gage in the stats truck, and Cameron Irvine on the buttons producing for us this evening. As Queen City continues this drive, now moving left to right at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, they got Matthews Jr. in the slot here at the bottom.
See what they do with him. He's going to run an in route. That's caught on the top of your screen instead. 1st and 10 for Adrian Ellis. He's been a pretty popular target for Price so far. 1st and 10.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise really. I mean, he's got 22 receptions for over 300 yards on the season and a pair of touchdowns. Again, just running just like a little, quick slant there or a post there. And really, Eric Price they seem to be gelling right now. That Price to Ellis connection seems to be alive and well, Curtis.
See what Queen City does now that they're on money side of the field. Price, plenty of time. Pressure not coming in.
There it is.
Caught, and it's a touchdown. What a dot to James Matthew Jr. That pocket held incredibly well, and Price put it on the money.
So much context leading up to this, Curtis. They've been moving him around. They've used him in blocking. They've used him on the outside. They've thrown to everybody but him. And what do? They get him one-on-one matched up with number 20 on the defense, Mark Kaufman, the strong safety, and that is a mismatch all day long. They take advantage of it. That's why number 49 is the biggest threat on the field offensively for Queen City.
A little bit of bully ball from Matthew Jr. being able to take that one away from the safety. This kick is up, and it is through from Ian Deegan, and Queen City gets themselves an 8-play, 70-yard drive capped off by a 40-yard pass to the end zone for Matthew Jr. That was 40 yards in the air, too, and it was super accurate. What a dot from Price.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what we saw last time. They're getting him matched up on one-on-one coverage, and the way they're doing it, though, this week, Curtis, is a little different because they're just using him different ways, and they're ultimately telling Motor City, look, we don't have to use him. You know what I mean? We can use other players.
But if you make us use him, we can't.
Yeah, if you leave him there, he's going to go.
Herona Queen Jackson on the return for Motor City, and that sets up Motor City's first possession of this second quarter. 14-7. We have yet to see a punt in this game. Everything's either been a turnover or a touchdown so far. We'll see if we get more of that quarters look on the offense.
I like that they're coming back out in quads here, Curtis.
Moving wide receivers 3 to the left of the formation. One-on-one up top. They're going to go to the flats instead. Tries to break a tackle. Not going to work. And that's going to be Christopher Dean out in the flat, getting 3 yards.
Yeah, I like the call. You come out in quads. You got 4 wide receivers. You bring them out. You draw them out in a dime look. And then you really just check it down to your running back and try and get them into open space.
Open space, not a problem there. See if they can take advantage of more of it. 3 on the line. They send 3. Everyone else in coverage over the middle on the crossing pattern. And it will be a 6-yard completion. Not much more than that. That's a tough ball to grab and bring in. And Guy Clausen does so, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Guy Clausen's got some of the best hands in the league. And he's really, really shown that throughout his years. But that was a good job. And I like what they're doing with King Jackson right now, putting him in a rhythm, keeping him on really, really efficient passing plays.
Pretty crucial 3rd down for momentum here. 3rd and 1. Handoff to the fullback. And it is a 1st and 10. Christopher Dean finds it up the middle. And Motor City continues to move the chains.
And this is all it's about, right? Staying ahead of the chains, and your defense, especially whenever you can rely on your defense to cause turnovers. You just play your style of offense. There's no need to try and get panicked or anything like that.
Toss play, right side. Not much to it, but it's a 5-yard gain. I believe that's Rivera who got that carry. It is, and it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it's Rivera on that toss play, and again, we've seen the toss work pretty well, and I wonder when Queen City is going to start pressing up on the outside because of that.
High formation look, heavy set. Through the middle on the handoff, and another one that goes for a couple, and not much more than that for Blitz. This is going to be another big 3rd down. They haven't even hit midfield yet. They've had 2 clutch 3rd downs now on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's no panic. Again, if you get to Motor City, if you're talking about Motor City's play calling, it's no panic. You got to come up with something here just to get 3 yards. You don't need 20, just 3.
They may not have it. That's going to be a stop by Queen City's defense. They saw the toss coming. Anthony Weil comes up, makes the hit, and we'll see our first punt of the game.
Yep, Anthony Weil reading it. I just talked about how when they're going to start pulling their corners up because of that toss play, it's only a matter of time. So now the question is, does Motor City have enough in the bank to go to a different direction and try and open that toss again for later?
Special teams nearly got there. That's going to be a bounce into the end zone, though, and that will set up Queen City at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs as they do force the third down failure. Now is when Queen City can start to put some separation. They have a chance to make this a two-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a huge, huge drive for Queen City and Eric Price. And look for a lot. I guarantee you we're going to see a lot more of that motion. He loves that pre-snap motion. It does really, really well for them.
4 on the line defensively. Motor City, I think, thinking pass here, and it will be a run instead, and that is through the middle, but it is Jet Zero who gets caught behind his offensive line and eventually hits the turf. 2nd and 8.
That's a hard-earned 2 yards, Curtis. That was definitely a hard-fought 2-yard gain there, but I like what they're doing. They come out and pass, showing pass, and they run it, and this is what makes them tricky. This is that double set again they love with James Matthew Jr. Look for a toss here.
Throw instead. Price, top of the screen. It's caught at the 39-yard line, maybe the 40. It's Bodette who brings that one down. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs.
Yeah, Bodette doing a really good job so far in this game. Really just running a fade route, going out and up really quickly and finding a spot between the corner and the safety, and that's a really good catch. Really good throw by Eric Price, too. That's got to be on the money.
6 and 13 left in this second quarter. 1 touchdown affair so far. Another quads look for Queen City and a dime look from Motor City. Plenty of time for, that time evaporated very quickly. Unabated to the quarterback. Got the hand up to knock it down. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Doug Howard providing Motor City with a little bit of what they need right now, which is pass rush. They've got to put Queen City in these long situations.
That was a real nice defensive play. 2nd and 10, just over 6 minutes left. Gonna make 3rd down a little bit easier here. Backs it up, 5-step drop. Price, left side, that one's caught. 1st down and more, past midfield as well. Adrian Ellis towards the sideline.
Yeah, I believe they motioned Adrian Ellis over there, and then you see him right there just running a corner route and just wide open right there. It looks like it was 27 that bit. King Rashid bit on it and went too deep on the corner route. And good awareness by Adrian Ellis to learn to settle, a little bit more shallow than he would have.
A little bit of an adjustment there. Price was keen to it as well. Put it right where it needed to be. Tight end off to the right for Queen City. A lot of room. Left side of the formation. It's a one-on-one over there. This is through the middle, and it is a 4-yard gain. They're going to give Jet Zero. I think that was a little bit generous. Either way, 2nd and 6.
Jet Zero had the blocking at the bottom of the screen. If he would have broken that tackle, he would still be running, Curtis.
Would have been a lot of room for sure. Motor City seems to like to play their corners off of these receivers.
Yeah. At some point, they're going to take advantage of it.
He's going to be through the middle again. Make it a 3rd and 1. And here come the Corsairs. McDowell on the carry there as they continue to kind of suck the life out of this crowd and slow the game down. 5th attempt on 3rd down. They've been good on 3 of them out of 4 so far. Handoff. 1st down and more. That is the fullback, Tony Zoma. Was penalized earlier for a block in the back. Gets a key 1st down here.
Yeah, they come out in a strong eye Jokers pair, and they hand it off to Tony Zoma right behind the 2 tight ends. I love it. Love the play call.
Just on the precipice of field goal range. 1st and 10 for Queen City. Handoff across the formation for Zero, and he unfortunately gets hit by a big ol' linebacker there. That is Panani, second and 9.
One of the big matchups I was looking at coming into this game, Curtis, was the outside linebacker King McNeely going up against James Matthew Jr. So far, we haven't seen it yet, so Motor City's doing a good job of that adjustment, but look out for it.
Toss play. Another one for 0. Stiff arm past 1. Has the edge. First down and more towards the sideline. Spins back inside to get to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, and Queen City's in the red zone.
Perfect play call by Queen City. Go to Jet Zero on the outside. He breaks the tackle. Get your best running back to the outside and just let him take it upfield. Look at the spin move there. I mean, everything is clicking right now for this Queen City offense, and they're showing that they can do it in so many different ways, Curtis.
0 with 58 yards on 11 carries. He's been good when he's touched the ball. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. This is a handoff through the middle. Another one that goes slightly off tackle. Not much to it. And it'll be 2nd and 7 as McDowell gets his 2nd carry of the drive.
Yeah, I love that they're switching these backs out. They're doing a good job managing these runs.
2nd and 7. Can still get a first down at the 9.
Uh-oh.
Matthew Jr. top of the screen. They're going man-to-man, one-on-one on him.
Yep. It's going to be one-on-one with 49. Kane Vasquez again. They run it.
Oh, that's 0. 3rd and 7. Would have loved to see Price audible out of that to try to take advantage of that. Didn't do it. 3rd and 7 coming.
Remember that look. Remember that look, Curtis, because I guarantee they've got something dialed up for that.
Here comes 3rd and 7. Queen City. 4 for 5 on 3rd down. Price looking, throwing. It's picked off. 2nd time today. Price is picked off. Back to the 13. And it is Motor City turning momentum on its head. Mark Kaufman, the safety.
Yeah, you talk about one of the best things as a defensive player that you can learn how to do is adjust on the fly. They've been trying to hit Adrian Ellis all night. And way to jump in front of that ball is Mark Kaufman really made a good read and jumps in front there. This is crucial for Motor City. If they can keep creating turnovers like this, the biggest thing, Curtis, they've got to score on this drive now.
Take advantage of the opportunities set in front of you. King Jackson starting this drive at the 13. It's a 2-minute drill. Motor City still has all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with. Toss play, right side. They continue to stay with the run, and they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage barely. And we have our first trip back to SFL HQ. Cameron Irvine with a game break.
Thank you, Curtis. Late in the first half, Florida at Alamo City, the unbeaten Storm at the Artillery who have lost 3 straight. Ace Fennick rolls out and finds Yayo Montana in the end zone. 17-16 Artillery, just starting the second half. Back to you in Detroit.
And that'll get us down to the 2-minute warning as well. Good game going on over there. Good game going on here as well. 120 seconds left to halftime. Motor City trying to drive to end the half. Game reset. All 3 timeouts for each team at the moment. V8's trying to make this count. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Blitz coming, doesn't matter. Run off to the right on the toss, and they'll get himself 3 yards. Mike, this Motor City team does not want to let the run go, and I guess there's something to be said for sticking to your game plan, but they just do not feel the need to push the ball.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing right now is how they're running. I don't have a problem with them sticking with the run, but you got to go away from the toss plays. Queen City's catching on to that really quick. We got a bunch set here. Move the chains and then run a fullback dive up the middle next play.
3rd and 7. Need this play to work. They're going to roll it out.
Same roll out.
Over the middle. That one is incomplete. There were 7 different Corsairs in the area, and not going to happen. 4th down coming. Queen City, you're gonna get this ball back.
Yeah, you have to stay out of being predictable. Like right now, Motor City, the worst thing that they could do is come out and run the same plays that they've shown all first half. So that rollout is killing them. The tosses are killing them. They've got to get back to the basics in the playbook, kind of scratch those out, and it's time to move on to plan B. This Motor City team has a lot of momentum because of the turnovers, and they need to keep that.
Well, and now Queen City with really good field position on the other side of the formation here. And this is going to be a fun minute 19 to see where this shakes out. Sutherland, for stats reasons, was the target on that last pass. If that was missed, it's Price. Ready to go, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. We'll see how aggressive Queen City wants to play this. I think they need to go for the jugular here. This is going to be a right side, caught, and 0 can't get forward. He gets taken out of bounds. At least the clock stops for a free timeout, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Terrence Pearson played that perfectly. Did a really good job playing up and forcing 0 out of bounds there.
75 seconds left in this second quarter. Motor City received the ball to start the game, so Queen City will get it after the break. So a quick 2 for 1 would be ideal if they can. Price over the middle, and that is a well overthrown ball that went right at Mark Kaufman, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and it looked like Price had pressure on him, so he had to get rid of that ball quickly. But if you give that play 2 more seconds, or 1 to 2 more seconds more to develop, Curtis, we're looking at a one-on-one matchup with Mark Kaufman once again.
3rd and 10. Quads look from the 47-yard line. Over the middle again. That one's caught in between 2 V8s. It's 1st and 10 down to the 25.
Adrian Ellis has been elite this game, finding the soft spot in between zones, and really good job, really good ball again by Eric Price. And I'm still, hats off to this Motor City coverage unit because they've really been playing good.
Ellis, 6 targets. So far, he's caught 5 of them. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Queen City now knocking on the door. Price, left side, tipped and incomplete. Just a little bit over the head of Matthew Jr., which is a feat in itself. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they sent an outside linebacker that was coming around the outside and beat the right tackle. So Eric Price had to get rid of that again quickly. That's 2 missed targets to James Matthews Jr.
Incomplete pass does stop the clock. Minute 2 left. Bunch formation, bottom of your screen. Going to move Haruna Queen Jackson to the top of the formation. 5 wide. Price has time. Going to go that way again, and another dot. This time over the head of the defender and right into the breadbasket. 1st and goal for the Corsairs, and they take a timeout.
Curtis, I'm pretty sure Joseph Boudet just had to catch that ball on top of the defender's helmet. That was unbelievable. What a play to go up and get it by Boudet. And these other receivers are really showing up today for Queen City.
Defender probably felt the wind from that on his head. Bunch formation, looking to throw. Price on a small, soft inside route. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, but it does stop the clock.
Yeah, it was a little miscommunication there. It definitely looked like there's 2 receivers running the same depth, and they kind of ran into each other. It was a miscommunication on the wide receiver front. That's all it was.
See if they can get it a little bit closer. They can still get a 1st down at about a half-yard line. Another one over the middle. That one was also stopped. Jackson couldn't bring it in on the inside crosser. 3rd and 10 for Queen City.
All right, 3rd and 10, 3rd and long here. I would try and do what they do best. Come out in a 3 or 4 wide receiver look. Use some motion to determine whether it's man or zone coverage, and then find 49 on the field. Right there in the middle of the trips, right there, or tray.
Yeah. See where they go with it. Price will throw. It's incomplete. Pressure coming right into his face. Jackson, the intended target, and that is Panani, who got right in the face of Eric Price. 4th down, they'll kick a field goal.
Yeah, this Motor City defense right now is fuming off of this Detroit crowd right now because that defense looked great. The pressure was there. Everything that they needed was there, and they just executed to perfection on defense right there.
Left hash for Ian Deegan. 27 yards. Snap is high, handled well. Kick is up and on the way. It is inside the right upright and good. 17-7. They do at least make it a 2-possession game, but they leave 4 points effectively on the table, and I think Queen City may lament that.
Yeah, that might come back to hurt them, Curtis. If Motor City makes some good adjustments, I think if they get away from the toss play, they start kind of throwing it a little bit more and keeping this Queen City defense, on their heels, really they could be missing that 4 points later on down the game.
See, 45 seconds left, and Motor City still has all 3 timeouts. So that's something to look for. This will be returnable from the 3. Out to the 20. Right at the 25. He's still going to keep going. That's a fumble, and Queen City gets it back. It's returnable back down to the 27-yard line. Unreal. Motor City 2 fumbles today. The kicker recovered the fumble. Ian Deegan.
Are you kidding me? Ian Deegan with the heads-up football play. He said, how about this, Wyo? I'll show you what it looks like here, recover a fumble. He goes and picks it up himself. The kicker not only kicked the ball, but he returned the ball and recovered it as well. How often do you see that, Curtis?
That was Joe Garfield. He's actually the one that kicked it. He went after the ball after the fact and got it anyway. Ian Deegan wasn't doing the kickoff there. First and 10 regardless. And now Queen City again knocking on the door from the 23. Backing it up, throwing left side and incomplete. That was dangerous. Matthew Jr. couldn't quite get up the ladder.
That was a missed opportunity, Curtis. That was everything that you could have wanted out of that look. Matthew Jr. had the top taken off of the defense, and it was wide open space, and it was just overthrown. This pressure is getting to Eric Price right now.
Here we go. 2nd and 10. Things getting spicy in Detroit. Looking to throw. Price overthrown, and it's picked off. He got his hands underneath it. Third interception of the half for Eric Price. This one, Terrence Pearson brings in, and Motor City thwarts a problem.
Terrence Pearson just played that exactly right. Look at the awareness of where that ball is. Overthrown in the adjustment to go down and dive and catch that interception. Yes, they have the ball at the 1, but the crucial thing here is you kept Queen City from capitalizing on a mistake that you made.
Man. Chaos personified. That is this Motor City Queen City game for the last 60 seconds or so. And instead of running out the half, Motor City's going to go 5 wide and make it a 1-on-1 bottom of the screen from their own 1-yard line.
That's Chad Stinson in coverage there as a defensive end.
Looking to throw. Plenty of time. Jackson now heaves it. That one is incomplete. 22 ticks left, and it is 2nd and 10.
Curtis, pay attention to that later on downfield because I feel like we're going to see that look again. That was a dime front or a 3-man front, and they actually sent the defensive end in coverage, but there's no pressure. They can't hit home with a 3-man front, it seems like. Not against this front. It does not look like it. He had all day to throw that ball, King Jackson did. They're doing it again.
Yep, same thing. Sutherland was the target there. 3 to the top of your screen in the bunch. They're going to run zone on defense. Time for Jackson over the middle. This one is held on to at the 20-yard line. They still have a long way to go, but Harana Jackson will bring that one home.
That's what you call a confidence completion, right? That's just completing a big play, right? So you can take it into the half, and then whenever you come out of half, you've got a little bit of confidence and a little bit of momentum.
8 seconds left, and I think that's probably going to finish this first half. I don't see them getting this playoff. 2-1, and that's going to do it. So the last minute of the first half was nothing but chaos, but we have ourselves a 17-7 ball game regardless. Queen City in front. Mike O'Neill, your first half thoughts and analysis on a weird first half, at least the second quarter, I'll say.
Yeah, the second quarter got a little wonky there, Curtis. I'll say this. I like Queen City's diversity on offense, and I like Motor City's aggressiveness on defense and what they're trying to bring to the table. I think it's exactly what they need to do in order to win this game, talking about Motor City. I want to see some more diversity out of Motor City's offense, and for Queen City, take care of the ball, right? Yeah. Take care of the ball. Stop overthrowing throws. Take the check down if we need, just get it to your best players on the field. Look at that. 1 reception, 34 yards, 1 touchdown. He's had 1 reception in the first half. That is huge. That is huge for Motor City's defense. That was a huge key coming into this game, and so far they've lived up to it, Curtis.
It's been good. It's been a fun game, if not a little bit chaotic. It's 6 total turnovers between these two rosters, 3 interceptions from Queen City, 2 fumbles, and an interception from Motor City. And we get things started in this third quarter. Queen City going to get this ball. Chance to make it a 3-possession game if they can bring it all the way downfield, returnable from the 2. And we are back underway from Detroit to the 25. And the ground again. And this time Queen City able to hold on. They'll keep the football, but man, oh man, this football is lathered in butter or something all day.
Yeah, Bob Wood, I think that's a second fumble on a kick return. That's a little iffy. You might want to look at that if you're a coach of Queen City. But how about this stat coming in from the stats team? Combined 15 completion between both quarterbacks, Curtis.
Yeah, it's kind of small, to be honest with you. There's been quite a big emphasis on the run game in this game as well. 5 wide. They're going to overload one side. 4-on-1, top of your screen. 4-on-2, actually. From the 24 on first down. Price backs it up. Moves out of the pocket. Throw on a crosser that is caught. Only a 4-yard completion to Bodette, but it's something to get them started.
Yeah, you put Bodette, you flood the zone over there. You know, you've got 4 receivers, and you just put Bodette on a quick little slant route and, just get it to him quickly. It's a really good call. Keeps you ahead of the chains.
Toss play, left side, plenty of room. There was a run blitz that really put them on the back foot. 40 goes to the 40. And that is a first down for Jet Zero.
Yeah, I didn't exactly see what happened, but it looked like they went through they tried to blitz the A gaps or the B gaps there and just left the outside wide open right off tackle. And great job by Jet Zero. Jet Zero is one of the players that's really been making the most out of every touch today.
Yeah, he's been very efficient. 13 carries, just less than 70 yards. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs. Price backs it up, throws, right side tipped, and a pass deflection that was touched by another V8 member as well. Warner got the first hands on it, 2nd and 10.
Curtis, we really have to give credit where it's due. This Motor City defense, you notice that was one-on-one coverage up top to James Matthew Jr., but whenever Eric Price threw that ball, there was 3 Motor City defenders swarming James Matthew Jr. Like, they've done their homework.
They have. There's a reason why he's only got the 1 catch, and it was a big one, don't get me wrong, but he has not had as big an impact as he would like in this game. Price right side again. This one is incomplete. 3rd down and 10. If you're liking the game so far, and why wouldn't you be? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else out there that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFL in action and help the channel grow through your support. 3rd down, and it's a pretty big one for Queen City.
Yeah, it's an empty set, and this is where Eric Price has been making some mistakes trying to force the football here. You don't want to see that.
Time look on defense. Backs it up. Price, pressure coming, throws across his body, and it's incomplete. There is a flag down. We'll see what this is.
That's going to be pass interference. That's the outside corner working on Adrian Ellis.
They do give them the 1st and 10 off the PI call, and you'll see him circled here.
Yeah, it's number 20, number 25 on the outside. And I believe that might be a backup, Curtis, working against Adrian Ellis, and just you can't play coverage that tight.
No, not in that particular formation. It looked like he was trying to box him out for a rebound.
Yeah, I know, right? It looked like basketball out there.
1st and 10. Queen City catches a break at their own 49-yard line. Matthew Jr. moving from left to right, sticking with the formation on the line. 1st and 10, looking to throw is Price. Plenty of time over the middle. That is caught right in between the hash marks. 1st and 10, another one for Joseph Badette.
Yeah, it's really awesome. They send, and it seems like this game, they're using James Matthew Jr. as a decoy to create open space right there. You notice how that entire defense pulled with Matthews Jr., and it left the seam directly open for Joseph Boudet.
1st and 10 again. Boudet, 9 targets so far. He's caught 5. He's had a good day. Nickel look on defense. This will be the first run in a while for Queen City, and it's a 1-yard gain. Motor City was all over it.
Yeah, the offensive line, number 55, just got blown up on that. It was really good run defense at the line of scrimmage to the point of attack for Motor City.
Rice has 0 in the backfield on the single back. One-on-one bottom of your screen. I think that's Ellis down there. Looking to throw. Price again. Throws on the check down, trying to get to the sideline. And not able to get there is Matthew Jr., but he does get 6 yards. That puts him in open space. He's not really an open space tight end, but he does good work in the strength game.
Well, that's how you have to get him involved sometimes. You know, whenever they're putting so many bodies on James Matthew Jr., you put him in a drag route and you put him in man coverage and, you know, just try and get him hot, get him warmed up.
Looking to throw it. Bryce backs it up. He's out of the pocket. Nice little rollout. Has time over the middle, and it's tipped and incomplete into triple coverage. Dangerous ball, and it finds the turf, thankfully for Queen City, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Cain Vasquez was all over again. Eric Price was trying to get it to James Matthew Jr., and there was 3 defenders around. I mean, I just can't say enough about how this Motor City defense is handling this offense.
Garfield on the kick from 44. Going to hook it back to the right, and it's no good. Queen City can't get the 3, just to the left outside the post, and it remains a 17-7 game.
Curtis, I got to tell you, I feel like this Detroit stadium right now is rocking right now for the Motor City V8s because they're doing such a good job at getting the ball back and limiting Queen City from being able to capitalize on drives.
1st and 10. Motor City takes over at the 35-yard line. This is their first drive of this second half. And that is a run to the left for Christopher Dean. 6 yards, and that gets him a good start.
I love the play call. See how I love that they went away from the toss. They ran it directly up the middle. You gave it to the fullback and just kept it going. Now you're in a great 2nd and 4 situation.
Heavy set look on the toss play. Going to get the first down, I think. No, short. 3rd down coming. All right, BB Blitz not able to get there, and it creates a 3rd and short situation for Motor City.
Yeah, that was Terrence Pearson blowing up the blocking down at the bottom of the screen, and that's what caused BB Blitz to try and go back around and couldn't get it. It's a 3-man front on the 3rd and short.
And they'll run it. Stiff arm, can't get away from the defender. That's a big open field tackle. Queen City able to pursue the ball and knock him out. Big play on defense, 4th down. Motor City is going to have to make a decision, and it's going to be a punt.
Yeah, that's a big missed opportunity, Curtis. These are the things you have to identify as a coach. If you see them coming out in the 3-man front on 3rd and short, run the ball up the middle. You know, you've got both of the B gaps essentially just wide open.
That was Luke Swift on the big-time 3rd down tackle. Fair catch called for at the 20-yard line, and that is where Queen City will start this drive. They missed on the field goal attempt just a little while ago. Now they get a second opportunity in this second half with a chance to still make it a 3-possession game.
And I can't help but watch this game, Curtis, and just think who's going to be the team that makes this first play in the second half.
Is it going to be Queen City? They've tried to get Matthew Jr. involved on a number of occasions, and Motor City's been equal to it. That's going to be a 0 stiff arm, and he steps out of bounds after a 6-yard gain on the right sideline. Stay tuned for SFL announcements on enhancements and new features coming to the progression system, plus the location and details on the 2024 convention. The SFL is committed to improving the league and its convention each season and the next level of play off the field, in the pool, and on the portal is coming soon. 2nd and 4 for the Corsairs. Handoff through the middle. That is a first down and more, all the way out to the 37-yard line. Good looking run for McDowell. 1st and 10.
Yeah, McDowell really just did, the easy running, because look at the blocking. Look at Zoma going up to the 3rd level there, right? Just all the way to the safety and taking out the safety. I mean, anytime you can get that kind of blocking, that's a win.
Good looking pressure on the offensive line. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs. 2 to the right, 1 to the left as we play about halfway through this 3rd quarter. Moving Ellis across the formation, right to left. Backing it up. Price over the middle. That one's caught. Matthew Jr. First catch in a long while, but he has it, and it's a 1st down and 10 inside Motor City territory.
Yeah, I love what they did here, Curtis. They motioned Ellis over right next to James Matthew Jr., and they put him on routes going directly against each other. And what it does is it puts that free safety in a direct situation and making a split decision on whether he's going to go with Ellis or go with Matthew Jr.
Don't choose wrong.
Don't choose wrong.
Dime look, 1st and 10 in the quads. Over the middle, caught on the crossing pattern. And a 7-yard completion as they get into field goal range. And Queen City feeling a little bit more confident. And so is that man, Matthew Jr.
That's right. Back-to-back catches. And if you're Motor City, go back to what you were doing in the first half. Keep him under wraps the way that you were doing. Don't let him get hot. If he gets hot, this Queen City offense will get hot.
48% completion percentage for Price so far. 15 for 31. That's going to be through the middle. 1st down and more on the run. And it'll be a tumble game out to the 31-yard line. Jet 0 has another 1st down. Queen City in 3-point range.
Yeah, this Motor City defense looks like they're getting a little gassed, Curtis. Looks like they're getting a little gassed. They're not winning at the point of attack or at the line of scrimmage as much as they were. It's been it's a long drive, and Queen City keeps converting. They might be going for the money shot here.
It's only the 6th play of the drive. Feels like it's been a longer drive than that, the way this has gone. Against the nickel, they'll run the toss, spin, and he couldn't keep on his feet, could McDowell. As Rodney Panani's there, the linebacker for the hit, only a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a huge tackle by Rodney Panani because the corners were playing so far off. That would have been an extra 10 yards had Panani not made that tackle.
2nd and 9. Backing it up. Plenty of time. Price caught, and not much to it. And it's the versatile James Matthew Jr. again. He's the biggest target they have, and he can run the inside mesh routes. He can run the outside towards the sideline routes, over the middle inside the hash marks.
Yeah.
He's dangerous.
Everywhere, and they use him everywhere too. So bottom line is this. He's had 1 reception in the first half, and now already 3 so far.
Price backs up, throws over the middle. It's caught out to the 11-yard line, right where it needed to be. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Abad Ruiz, the second, the backup tight end. They hit you with Abad Ruiz, man. He found the seam directly behind the linebacker, and that is exactly that's exactly the kind of play call that you want if you're a Queen City fan here. I love what they're doing with these tight ends, and this is Queen City at their peak right now, play calling wise.
Motor City held them to 3 last time they were down here. Got to try to do that again. It's a run play, and it's a dangerous run up the middle. Jet 0 can go absolutely nowhere with that. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play and run coverage by the defensive line for Motor City, really just clogging it up and not allowing him to go.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. See if they decide to take a shot at the end zone at some point. Matthew Jr. moving left to right along the offensive line.
Looks like it's going to be matched up with Kane Vasquez again.
And he comes back to the football. Stiff arm, corner of the end zone, touchdown towards the pylon. James Matthew Jr.'s 2nd of the day.
And just when you think you got him under control, Curtis, you don't. He gets matched up one-on-one with Cain Vasquez, catches it, just a little hitch route, stiff arms the undersized Cain Vasquez compared to him, and then just dives into the end zone. This is an elite player for Queen City. This is unbelievable to watch.
James Matthew Jr. finishes off a fantastic-looking drive. Kick is up, and it is through to make it a 24-7 game. A 10-play, 78-yard drive. They'll say 80. Either way, great stuff from Queen City to make this a 3-possession ball game.
Yeah, and look, it's still not... You still have time, right? Last night, we saw Seattle put up 38 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no
so,
kidding.
like, and obviously, yeah, that's a stretch, but Motor City, get back to what you were doing initially. Like, I love the turnovers. I love the aggressiveness on defense. But, get to some diversity on play calling on offense. Get back to the pass game. Don't try and run. Here you go.
There you go. That's going to be a big-time return. It's Sutherland down the right sideline. 35-30, being chased down the right side. He's not going to get him. Touchdown, Motor City. Kickoff return for Johan Sutherland, and they're back in it.
Just as I was saying, Curtis, when you need somebody to make a play, somebody steps up. Johan Sutherland this time. Look at that block there. Oh my gosh, what a great return there. Just finding the open space, and he's got so much speed to get downfield on the sideline. Excellent play by Johan Sutherland, and Motor City's right back in this thing, Curtis.
How fast can a kickoff return change momentum in this game? We will soon find out. Big time run back. And that sets up the extra point.
Wow, you talk about special teams. Special teams can win football games for you.
I'm going to channel my inner Cliff Allen and say, yeah, special teams.
There you go.
Love it. 10-point game in Detroit. Caleb Richards adds on the extra point, and now Queen City going to get this ball back with 1:40 left in this third quarter.
And now if you're Motor City, now it's suddenly the scoreboard's not so intimidating, right? Now you're looking at the scoreboard and you're like, okay, we get one good stop here, we get the ball back, drive down the field, and suddenly it's a 3-point game.
From the 3-yard line. Back the other way, and no room to return that big-time hit. And it is going to have Queen City with the football. And now Queen City's job, after all that, as Bob Wood takes back the return, is to kill as much time as possible. There's no reason to rush things at this point in a 10-point game.
Yeah, absolutely. Play the possession game, If you have to pass, then pass, like on third down, but first and second down should be runs.
Especially if they work. To the right, one to the left. See if they follow our philosophy, if they're going to do their own thing. They will run it. 0, taken down, 2 yards on the carry. Not much to it, but it sets up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it's the right play call. Good job by Motor City because they're prepared. They know the situation just as well as Queen City knows the situation. They know what Queen City's trying to do here, and it's up to them to kind of, put a damper on it and really try and stop it.
2 to the right. Toss play. Why not? McDowell going to get hit after 6 yards of travel, and it'll be a 3rd and 2. And now, do you dare pass this football? Or I think I might consider trying to run it again.
Yeah, I would try running again, but Motor City, this is a huge third down. They can't have their corners play this far off, Curtis. Look at the top of the screen.
Yeah, they're sitting behind the first down marker.
You got to learn how to play the sticks here in this situation. This is crucial. They send Bodette in motion. Whew.
Yeah, 2v1 at the bottom of your screen. Toss play, and that's what a hit. Big time hit to take down Jet Zero. Rodney Panani has had a wonderful second half. He causes 4th down, and Queen City will punt.
Curtis is so funny because that is a massive man, but he is so good. He's what you call sideline to sideline. This game, he has literally been able to make all the tackles in open field, which is something that you literally cannot ask more of out of your linebacker.
Sized like a Panani, but he travels like a Panini. I love it.
There you
4th
go.
and 2. It goes off to the left. Fair catch called for at the 23, and Motor City has a lifeline. Wow, what a change to the momentum game. Johan Sutherland takes back the kick. Defensively, Motor City gets the stop. And now Motor City can make this a one-possession game with 5 seconds left in the third quarter.
Now it's going to be crucial. Offense is going to be crucial here for Motor City. They've got to play smart. They've got to make calculated risks. If they do it, they can't throw into double and triple coverage. King Jackson's got to be smart here.
Toss play, right side, broken tackle. Going to need some help. Not going to happen. 2nd and 10, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. It is a 24-14 game. Queen City is up on Motor City in Detroit. We'll pause for station identification. This is the SFL on YouTube presented by APM Music. Station of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited. Chris Curtis, Mike O'Neill in the broadcast booth with you in the fourth quarter of this game between Motor City and Queen City. Ramos Lynn, Eddie Gage on stats, and there's your story right now. The offense, 364 to 142. Queen City out in front in total yards. Hand off through the middle, and it'll be back 1 yard loss, 3rd and 11.
I've got to say, I'm so impressed with Queen City's defensive line. That 3-man front did not harm them in any way in that run play right there. I mean, they really got after it and pushed the offensive line back. So it's really impressive stuff by Queen City's defensive line.
38 total points in this game. Toss play right side and a spin. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Motor City is about to flub this chance to maybe get back into this football game. Nothing doing for BB Blitz, and they'll be forced to punt it away again.
Yeah, and I'm really interested, Curtis, in why they elected to run the ball on 3rd and 12.
I mean, I guess there's a sense in trying to catch the defense off guard, but at the same point,
it's not time to be cute.
No,
you know, it's time to execute, and it's time for King Jackson. You got to put the ball. You go out, you pick up King Jackson. He's supposed to be the franchise quarterback, right? And you got to put the ball in his hands. Mm-hmm. You got to let him make some plays.
1st and 10 for Queen City, who now finds themselves in a position where they can put their foothold on this game. A good drive will do that. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. They should probably be running this ball. They've run a misdirection off this formation before. We'll see if they do just that. 3 at the bottom of your screen, nothing up top. They'll pass. Price in trouble, take it down. First time this game we see a sack, and finally the V8s get home. They've had threats to do so far.
Maurice Williams, that is going to be his 2.5 sack on the season, and this is exactly what Motor City needs. Curtis, Motor City's defense has been bailing their offense out all game long. Mm-hmm. It's time to give some respect to this Motor City defense because they've really played well.
They have, absolutely, holding Queen City to 24 points, and it could have been so much worse. 5-yard loss, make it 2nd and 15. Price to pass, 7-step drop, moves out of the pocket, off to the right. Time, flicks it deep right side. It's caught. Oh, what a dime. To the 40-yard line, Adrian Ellis one more time, and they're in Motor City territory.
Yeah, Adrian Ellis running a post route, comes all the way across the field and is working on Sammy Seatbelt one-on-one right now, and Eric Price just delivers it to the exact right spot. Eric Price had way too long in there. You just got after the quarterback, and you got to do it again there.
That was a back shoulder throw from 30 yards downfield. That's a great piece of accuracy from Price. 1st and 10. Handoff through the middle, and tumbling his way forward is McDowell. 6-yard gain, and with 8 minutes to go, Queen City really starting to slow this pace down.
Yeah, and Motor City's just got to get back to the aggression on defense. They just had that sack. I mean, come out here and do it again on 2nd and 4 if they try and throw it.
Toss play left side for 0. Nothing doing. Big stop behind the line. And that creates a 3rd and medium. Motor City has a chance to get themselves off the field.
Yeah, Dakota Butts coming off the defensive end position there, just letting that play come to him and really, really taking that down in the backfield. It was a huge play.
Stop here would be huge. Motor City needs it. Queen City wants it. Who wants it more?
Looks like James Matthews Jr. is at the top of the screen.
They're one-on-one up there. Price has time. Pressure holds over the middle, and it's caught. Actually, the left side is open, and it is a first and goal situation for Bob Wood, the wide receiver. How about Queen City on 2 long pass plays? Might have Motor City on the ropes.
Again, a post route that goes all the way across the field, and this is huge for Bob Wood because he's the one that fumbled on that return. So it's a huge play for Bob Wood. Way to come up and make a play whenever your team needs it. First and goal, Queen City now. This could be the dagger.
First and goal from the 4-yard line. That's Matthew Jr. moving out of the backfield and moving to the left of the formation. A handoff through the middle and stopped at the 1 is Jet Zero.
Yeah, good recognition by the linebackers to play inside there and keep your eyes in the box.
Offset eye look. This smells like another run play. It is through the middle, diving for the end zone, and he is in. Jet Zero finishes off a drive that could take down Motor City.
Yeah, this could be the dagger, Curtis. This is what you don't want to see. I mean, Queen City just gets a great push up front, and Jet Zero just comes through the middle and just dives, wide open. He could have walked in there.
Plenty of time and a dive for good measure. Jet Zero with a real nice day at the office so far, and with 6:15 left, it just does not feel like right now enough time for Motor City to do something. Garfield puts the ball up and through on the extra point. It's a 31-14 game with 6:15 left.
And this is something that we haven't seen out of them this season, Curtis. I mean, they're only averaging on the ground. It looks like well, you got to excuse me. I just lost the actual stat for it, but they're not averaging. This is a team. Queen City's not a team that's been running the ball very effectively this season, and Jet Zero's just had an excellent game.
Oh, another broken tackle, and they were threatening to do something else on the kickoff return. As Jackson gets taken down, 1st and 10 for Motor City, and here come the V8s, where they need to score early and often over the next few minutes.
Yeah, they've got to get to it quick, Curtis. None of this toss out behind the bunch, nothing like that. There's no time to get cute with the offense. You got to put the ball in King Jackson's hands and let him try and make some plays for you.
Yeah, at this point, this is the bed that they've made. 1st and 10. This is actually the formation they usually use the toss play out of. I wonder if they're going to go back to that for some reason. That is. It's going to be left side. Toss play gets them 5-6 yards. Why are they tossing in this situation?
You know, Curtis, I think that, it comes down to this is what teams work on every single week with their no-huddle offense. And sometimes if your no-huddle offense isn't quite where it needs to be, then, it can kind of struggle in these situations. And I think that's exactly what we're seeing with Motor City right now.
And another run formation and another run through the middle. 1st down and more. Out to the 41-yard line. Remind you that APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. 1st and 10 for Motor City. Time ticking away here in this 4th quarter. 5:19 left.
Yeah, there's no urgency to this Motor City offense.
This is going to be a 3-yard gain. Not much to it. Another one for Rivera. I mean, this would be good in the 1st, maybe 2nd quarter. But, the way things are, they're 17 points down.
Yeah, there's no time for this, and I just, it's frustrating. It really is frustrating to see, because Motor City had every chance to be in this game.
Yeah. And another 3 yards on the fullback dive. 3rd and 4. And then now they run no huddle. They'll pass. Looking to throw it. Tipped. Incomplete. And it'll be 4th down. I'm not sure if they're going to go for it on 4th down, if they'll try to kick it here. But Motor City faithful not happy.
Yeah, and I think it's just a little too short and a little too late for this Motor City offense to start using their no-huddle offense. I mean, it's rough. And then this is why diversity is so important. You've got to be able to have plays in for every situation. And I don't know. I don't know what to. I'm at a lack for words, Curtis. It's hard to watch.
I see where you're at. They'll run a quads look on 4th down. They're likely going to snap this football. They will. Need it. Right side. Got to get the first down. They do. Yeah. That was a good play call. That will work. That at least gets them the required yardage. Now they can focus on the rest of this drive. What I don't want to see is them go back to the run.
No, you don't want to see it. I don't think we're going to see it. I think that they're going into their no-huddle offense now. But, yeah, you don't want to see that anymore. You've got 5 wide receivers out here. I think we're all good from now on. But
yeah, looks like it. Dime look on defense from Queen City. 3 to the right, 2 to the left after the motion. Jackson, right side, incomplete. There is a flag somewhere.
Yeah, that's
PI. Okay, yeah. So that is a PI call that is going to put the ball at the spot of the foul. And Motor City moves the chains thanks to some help from their friends.
Yeah, that's going to be number 26 there. And it looks like is it Ted Haynes?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ted Haynes, the corner for Queen City, is the guilty party on that.
Just played a little too aggressive there, and in a crucial situation like this, I don't blame the refs. You can't let anything fly in a situation that's important like this.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. 1st and 10 for Motor City. Left side, incomplete, well overthrown. Quick trip back to SFL HQ. Cameron, take it away.
Thank you, Curtis. You'll never believe this ending. 8 seconds left. Ron Cochran from his 1 down 5. Got it! Caleb Giffis. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, no good, but it doesn't matter. Florida stays undefeated, 25-24, and hands the Artillery their 4th straight loss under 5 points. Back to you.
Ouch. That's picked off. Queen City may have just put this game away by forcing a turnover on this side. It's Anthony Wayo who brings that down.
Curtis, I was talking about it earlier today with Tom Welsh. Anthony Wayo always seems to be the one that shows up in the big moments, and that's exactly what he did here. That's the icing on the cake, Curtis. That is, they're in field. Ultimately, it looks like they're in good position now to just be able to carry a drive out for the entirety of the rest of the game. And, Motor City's got to get a stop if they want any kind of chance.
Yeah, they need to get a stop, and it basically has to come in these first 2 plays. Split backs look, should be a run. And it is. Through the middle. Plenty of room on the run for Jet Zero. He's got 6, and the clock continues to go.
Yeah, great play call, getting it to Jet Zero. And I'm seriously impressed with Jet Zero's performance. He's really just picked it up. You see right there, 23 carries, 95 yards, 4 yards a carry. This is what this Queen City offense has been lacking this season.
2nd and 4. Looking for something out of this Motor City defense to try to make a play. They've forced many turnovers out of Queen City tonight. They need one more at the very least. That's going to be McDowell on the run. Make it 3rd and 1. And no timeout taken. They'll probably wait till the 2-minute warning to start using those.
Yeah, and I just can't believe that Motor City is playing so far off on their corners. It's been an every time thing now. They're playing 8 yards off. This is something that 3rd and 1 situation, you got to see him press up here.
You'll see Abad Ruiz on the field along with James Matthew Jr., 2 tight end set as they go heavy one more time. 2 first downs is likely going to end this football game. And there's one of them right there. Handoff is McDowell, breaks 2 tackles, gets taken down at midfield. 1st and 10. Queen City starting to end the game by putting their foot on the throat, essentially, of Motor City.
Yeah, and another bright spot for Queen City really tonight has been their backup, William McDowell, running back there. I mean, he really has done a great job making the most out of all of his touches, and really he's had some really crucial runs.
10 carries, 52 yards. Can't really blame him. He's put up some really good effort far today.
52 yards. He's averaging. Wow. Okay, that's awesome.
5 yards a carry. Yeah. And he himself has almost outrushed the entirety of the Motor City V8s. That's through the middle.
Zoma.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tony Zoma, the fullback, 8 yards there, 2nd and 2, and that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. And man, this game just slowed to a grind.
Yeah, it ultimately goes down to a halt. Yep.
2-minute warning. 120 seconds left in this football game. Queen City looking to put the finishing touches on a win in Detroit.
I can't say enough, Curtis, about the job that Motor City did in the first half. If they could have carried that on defensively, I think we would be looking at a different game. But Queen City had adjustments to make, and I think that it looked like Motor City didn't have those adjustments to make.
Yeah, well, first of 3 timeouts taken by Motor City. This is going to be a 3rd and inches. And, I mean, and just that 3rd and inches actually probably doesn't help Motor City, just because it, keeps more plays.
It doesn't help them at all. Yeah.
No. Toss, or no, I'm sorry, not a toss. It'll be a fullback dive through the middle. It's Tony Zoma, and that is probably the last first down that they need. Queen City going to go into victory formation and then this football game.
Yeah, and let's talk about Eric Price. He kind of started off a little sloppy, right? With the multiple interceptions and everything. But whenever you talk about somebody who, we saw it last night with Mexico City and Jordan Sipe, threw 4 interceptions, but still kept their football team in the game. And that's exactly what Eric Price did. Eric Price was a game manager and has ultimately kept Queen City in the game and made the passes when he had to.
Can we talk about, though, the potential for this Queen City defense? This has been a really good display for them. Open field tackling, causing turnovers, especially the fumbles, the punching out the football, especially on the kickoffs. It's been very, very good. And they have some playmakers on that side of the ball. Anthony Weil obviously comes to mind.
Yeah.
But you have
Alex Marshall.
Yeah. Alex Marshall who's good, had a really good first half. He's kind of absent in the second half, but he hasn't really been needed as much. And Luke Swift has been all over the field too.
Yeah, and if we're looking at this Queen City team, I mean, they held Atlanta to 14, held Indianapolis to 14, held Houston to 21, held Baltimore for 24, and now Motor City to 14. They haven't given up more than 24 points all season.
Yeah, it's been solid for them. It's been a lot of fun to see the different playmakers for this team work. And you talk about trusting the process. This is the Queen City team that a couple of seasons ago didn't win a game.
Yeah, and I talked to Tom Welsh today. They're all about culture. They're all about building that locker room up, and it's really showing on the field, Curtis.
Yeah, they're making some definite positive strides in Queen City. They're going to take a flag.
Is that a delay of game?
It is. It is a delay of game that they're going to take. It's no skin off the back, but it does stop the clock.
Yeah, and not to listen. I don't want to. Like Motor City's got a lot of upside on defense. I think that their defensive backs are great. You know what I mean? I think that they really did a great job game planning. In the first half they came out again. I think the lack is the depth in play calling, right? So it's whenever your initial game plan goes awry, what do you start calling? And that's where I think you're seeing the great teams or the good teams from the average teams this season.
Makes a difference. And Queen City could take another delay of game and end this game. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll give this ball back to Motor City with about 20 seconds left all told. 4th and 10. But yeah, I mean, and let's talk about some of the pickups that Queen City's made as well. We talked about Wyo, who came over from, I believe, Sioux Falls. And then they also get Justin Reside, the corner from Vegas.
Huge pickup. Yeah,
Yep.
huge pickup. Yeah. Queen City did a lot of revamping. They've really invested into their team this offseason, and it's showing on the field, right? And this is a good showing because this is actually, Curtis, this is the most that they've put up this season offensively.
That will bounce towards with 13 seconds left. It will be downed by Queen City, and now comes the Motor City offense for likely one more snap in this game. One, maybe two more snaps, and this game will be done. But yeah, Motor City's got some work to do. You talked about the play call diversity. They really back to the drawing board, I think, is where would be smart for them, because I mean the decision making from the coaching staff, not ideal in situational moments, I think is the way we can put that. Left side tipped and incomplete. 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's really all it comes down to. I think that the personnel and I think the right plays were in there. I don't think that the book was deep enough to be able to counter what Queen City adjusted to, if that makes sense. And I think that, it's just back to the drawing board. You have to get into the lab, and this stuff's not easy, but, they've got competent coaches over there, and they've just got to figure it out. This is a tough division, and this is always a tough game between these two teams.
2nd and 10. Putting this
That's
to
a great
the right
play call
side.
right there.
That is a fantastic play call. Gets them a first down with 5 seconds to go. They'll stop the clock, so we'll see one more snap.
Yeah, I love that. See, that's my question. Where was this all game, right? You have – I love that route by Guy Clausen. He runs like a quick little in and cuts and goes out. So it's like a little, in and out route and just takes it all the way to the sideline wide open.
1st and 10. So we'll get one more snap from King Jackson in the gun. This looks like it'll be a long bomb over the middle of the field. And that's what Queen City's expecting as well. Backing it up, putting it deep up into the air, and it is incomplete. And that will put the finishing touches on this game in Detroit. Queen City comes out and on the road gets a statement 17-point win over a division rival. Motor City goes down 31-14. Queen City improving to 3-2. Motor City to 1-4. Mike, your thoughts in post game on where Queen City goes from here? They're a team that's trending up.
Yeah, it's a huge win for Queen City, especially because it's divisional. But not only this, now that Queen City goes up to 3-2, they're going to be biting their nails, Curtis, watching Monday Night Football tomorrow night with DC and Canton, hoping that DC loses so that they can take number 2 spot in that division. So this is a really good win from Queen City. For Motor City, just like we said, get back to the drawing board. That's it. Get back to the drawing board.
Yep, you got to try. Queen City, though, they, at 3-2, they are right in the thick of things. If we're looking at the early season playoff push, this is a team that likely will be there towards the end of the regular season with a playoff spot potentially in tow. But it's too much Queen City, too much Eric Price, and the run game from Queen City is how this one ends. But that is basically it. Motor City goes down, Queen City moves forward, and that is going to finish up things from Detroit. For Mike O'Neill, I'm Chris Curtis for the Stats team and Cameron Irvine. We will see you tomorrow night for Canton and DC on the Monday Night Spectacular. Thank you for watching.